Hello everyone, Spencer here, also known as ScreenSpeak, and in today's video, this is a spoiler review for the new Pixar movie, Elio. So without further ado, let's discuss. Alright everyone, so as I said, this is going to be a spoiler-ish review, a mini review for the Pixar film Elio. And so what did I think about this as I pull my phone out of my pocket? So, it's okay. I enjoyed it. It's not the best and it's not the worst. There's a middle ground here. So I'm gonna take it back on a little bit of a journey to what I thought of the marketing, like how I felt about Elio. So the first trailer came out. I don't even know. It felt like, so there's two directors on this movie, Dami Shi, and somebody else, but Dami Shi did Turning Red. I love Turning Red. I unapologetically love that movie, and the reasons to why is I watched it the night before I watched Elio. And I watched it and I went, this film is just so good. The friends to the, I'm not a girl. I don't know what goes on in girls' lives, but I know that everyone struggles. As long as you're, even if you're a guy or a girl, and in Turning Red, they make it really special for moms and daughters and families, and especially the dad-daughter relationship. I love that. Like, I love to have that someday. And the friends intermixed with Turning Red, by the way, this is not a Turning Red review, but it's just fun. And then Elio, like, what they did for the marketing here, like, I remember the marketing for Turning Red was like, okay, is this going to be any good? I watched it and was like, it's a little bit silly, but I enjoyed it. And my main problem with the marketing for Elio, or not just the marketing, because I think that there's issues with that, but with my frustrations with getting excited for the film was I thought it just looked very generic, which it kind of is in its own right. But then you get into the, like, I wasn't like laughing hysterically at any of the jokes in the trailer, and then I was very mad for no in particular reason that we're going to space again. You know, Strange World came out like a couple years back, and nobody went to see that, and I never watched it. I have no intent of watching that. And Lightyear also came out. It was Pixar, which I actually liked Michael Giacchino as a composer. I thought the soundtrack was quite neat. But if you're not, if the movie itself is bad, then, and I haven't watched it since I went to see it in theaters, that's not saying a lot. And WALL-E is the best Pixar space movie. So, like, this one has aliens in it. WALL-E really didn't. So I was kind of like, up till like the last couple of weeks ago, I was kind of like, okay, Elio, yeah, like, yay, woohoo, it's coming out, new Pixar thing. So I was kind of like getting a little bit more excited because I'm like, okay, it looks colorful. I like the creature designs look a little bit unique. I just want to see how it fared to, you know. And Inside Out 2 was fine enough, you know. I should watch that one again. I should watch the two, like, back to back. But seeing Inside Out 2 on the big screen was great. Elio, though, just, it didn't have that Pixar magic. And the reason as to why, the marketing was a huge letdown, where they, like I said, I wasn't laughing hysterically at the jokes in the trailer. I thought that the movie itself worked a lot better than the actual marketing. There were twists and turns coming, specifically when Elio makes his friend Glorden. You see him in the trailer, the son of King or Lord Glide. What are the names in this movie? What are the names? Everybody, back me up. King, Lord Gliden. Is his name? Something or other. And so he makes his friend the son of the Lord, the bad guy. And, like I said, the film's very predictable, but again, there's jokes in there. There's like this cloning thing. So he has to clone his son. Elio clones himself and sends him back to Earth when he gets abducted, because he wants to be abducted. By the way, the first, like, 10-15 minutes about him losing his parents, very touching, and then sending the message out to get abducted. And I just, like, didn't know how this movie was going to play out. And then, like, once it starts happening, It's like, oh, he loses his parents. The aunt is voiced by Zoe Saldana. I love the cast here, the voice acting. And it's just, he gets abducted, and then he has to send his clone back to Earth. And he clones his alien friend. And the dad, the bad guy, like, knows right away, you're not my son. Where's my son? I'm on a rampage. Like, And I'm not, like, mad about that. Like, okay, it's a bad guy. Like, he's mad, like, where's my real son? And then Elio, I love the twist. Like, I didn't know there was going to be cloning in this movie. I didn't know that the twist coming with Elio's clone, that, like, it was there, like, things were happening to him, and the mom's investigating this. Oh, like, why is this, why is my son different, and all this stuff. And you just see this progressing throughout. And then, in the scene when they're in the car in the trailer, and Elio's like, I made a friend. And she's like, what's the matter? I've made a friend. You made a friend? You see the clone in the car, and that was, like, taken out of the trailer. I love that. But it's things like that, like misdirects, right? That's a misdirect. But the thing about the clone and the study, they should have, like, promoted that in the trailer. What's this mystery? Why is Elio not the way he is? What is this? Now, I don't really care. The film is colorful. I love the animation, and like I said, I think it's heartfelt with the friend bonding, with the father-son thing at the end. With Glorden doesn't want to be a war machine like his dad, and it's a little bit heartfelt there. I like the father-son. Like, it doesn't get me as moved as Guardians 2 does with the father-son thing, but I digress. That it had that emotional, heartfelt moment Pixar has had and does have with this one. But I'm sorry, it just didn't hit me the right way as it did with Turning Red, and I'm sorry. But like I said, the misdirects there, like the twists and turns are fine, but like they should have done something different with the trailers and the marketing. I wasn't feeling it. Like I said, the jokes weren't. I wasn't like yeah, and watching Turning Red, like, there's just a soundtrack. I think the soundtrack didn't work in this movie. It worked a tiny bit, but, like, Turning Red, it has that big Ludwig Göransson flavor with the cultural swing of things, and there's a lot of it, like, Luca, I thought was glorious. Turning Red, I love. Soul is one of those jazz movies, like, it's a jazz movie, and talking about death, and, anxiety, or not anxiety, like, emotions, like, Inside Out. But you get, Soul is a fascinating movie, and then Onward's great. All four of those movies that came out before, and Elemental's interesting as well. So I've liked the ones, and obviously Inside Out too. I think I'd rather watch Turning Red and Elemental over this one. But this one's still fun enough. I like the space element. I like the experimental side, creativeness to it. So it's not the best. Once Hoppers and like Toy Story 5 come out next year, I'll do another tier list. But be sure to check out the tier list up here in the card that I did make a few or so months ago. But I had a lot of fun making that. And by the way, I'm going to do a DreamWorks tier list like right after this video, right after I'm done recording this one. But I had fun with it. It's a good time. It's fun for kids and for families, but it's not like one you need to rush out and go see. Spend your money this summer. If you do, like, if there's nothing else in the theaters, like, I highly recommend How to Train Your Dragon, but if you have younger kids, take them to see this, or spend money to see this. If you have a family and you're not seeing much else, but I recommend it. But if it's not something that is high on your radar, just wait for Disney Plus. But I enjoyed it. It's not like it was. I didn't think it was complete dog crap, but that's what I said. I'm excited for Hoppers next year, 100%. So pumped. I want to see a trailer for that now. And I want to see Toy Story 5, how that plays out. But with that said, guys, that's my little review on Elio. It's a 7 out of 10 for 3 out of 5 stars on LetterBoxd, and an B+ for entertainment. By the way, guys, I do have a new chair. I got a new desk sitting here. But anyway, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I got my, like I just said, DreamWorks tier list coming up this week, and as well as 28 Years Later review coming this end of this week as well. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow me. Don't forget to keep calm, watch the screen. Peace out, everyone. Bye.